Welcome to your live exclusive tarot report. Whoa. This is the Peace Dealer. What's up with Instagram? Oh, looks like that's a dub. Anyway, yeah, looks like we're not going on IG, huh? All right. Yeah, welcome to your live exclusive tarot report. We're gonna resume in 2 days with the pick a card reading. So we'll do three general spreads. Um, there we go. Be on the lookout for a magic moon message later today. It looks like the moon is in Libra. Let's see. Mhm. There we go. Wow. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. We're gonna start with the first spread. This is gonna be a general spread to give us a good insight into what's up with this Cancer season that we look to be at current. Let's see. We look to be at current. Oh, today's Tuesday. Okay. I might start the Mercury series tomorrow. Um I might just start dropping it tomorrow. My video editor, shout out to her. She has the first episode almost done of my new series. I still have to get to work on World War Zero, so I'll definitely work on that this season. But I'm gonna wait till she gets done with episode two, and I'll drop one and two on the app and one on YouTube, or I might just drop it and then get the next one ready next month. So we'll see. But yay. That being said, could we get come on horoscopes? Why you doing me like this? Taking forever. Um, do we have this ready? There we go. That's looking beautiful. Uh, Other than that, how have your intentions been as far as let's see, as far as feeling your intentions, living it out. Whoa, what's that about? Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, the internet's being weird for me for some reason. I've been every lick back. I thought I deserved. Been getting every lick back. I thought I deserved. Amazing feeling. That's what's up. Um, yeah, I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna have to do that later. Amazing isn't even the only word for it. I love it. Definitely manifesting. Look forward to that. It's gonna get even better, y'all. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. Oh, the current planet position is acting up right now. Grab your wand out and cut out the interference. Everything I wanted is coming to me. I love that. Sirius gateway open. Yep, we are headed towards there. Middle of Cancer. That shit is weird. I wonder if it's doing it there too. You know what? I'll use my phone. All right. Let me update this now. If I want to do once a month or once every 2 weeks, I'm gonna do once a month. Yeah, we'll see. I might have to do once every 2 weeks. There we go. Of course. Gotta resize. All right, let's just get started. So, for this first reading, okay, thank you once again for patience. I'm glad to see so far through this activation phase. I felt that, Marilyn. I was like, I haven't heard from you in a minute. Um, I think, yeah. Oh my gosh. I want to show you the current planets, but this website is just being really dumb. I don't know why. Oof. It's just very annoying. Okay. I guess thankfully other websites aren't. The moon is 0 degrees Libra. So you know what? I'm gonna do the magic moon message tomorrow. Once it's like further integrating. But yeah, it's currently in Libra. That's so crazy. Now that all right, let me make sure. Still look like it don't want to work. Venus is in Taurus. Yeah, so coming into tomorrow, guys, Venus, coming into tomorrow in the second, Venus is going to be coming into 29 degrees. Oh, now you want to work. Now that I had the other work, I don't know how that works, y'all. The website saw I used another website, now it wants to work. That's so weird. Anyway, the moon just entered Libra. So I'm going to do the moon message tomorrow when we have like actual integration. Um, and yeah, I would say definitely supercharge your manifestations today and tomorrow, where we're going to have the peak 29-degree Venus Uranus transit, which I think should be exquisito, very beautiful, you know. Um, anyway, let's resize this motherfucker. Uh, I don't know what the fuck that was about. But we got in there. We got in there. All right. Oh, I'm fat now. All right. Jesus Christ. You guys are freaking patient. I appreciate you. Per usual, click the description box below to join my app, but also click the description box below in order to join the queue. You know, if you want any personal reading yourself, their minimum is down below, and you are welcome to join. There we go. I should do it. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okie dokie. All right. So the underlying theme that we have for this report, let me make sure I have that in there. Oh, thank God. Okay. The underlying theme that we have for this reading. All right. What the fuck? Cool. We have. Shout out to Nikki D. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, of course, a card representative of a messenger of truth. This is, even though not representative of a cardinal sign, the knights represent mutable signs. This is still going to represent, in a sense, this quality. Oh, I can do that of, forward moving action of an idea. The underlying theme is coming into ideas, acting off on said ideas, being put in a position to, whether you're receiving from a Knight of Swords figure insight that will direct you to the truth, or realistically, whether you personally, let me see, exclusive tab report, whether you personally are the one that's going to be, taking important actions, leaps of faith, unlike the Knight of Pentacles that demands a sense of analysis. We're going to see here, of course, the Knight of Swords kind of take action without having all the details in that moment. So something to keep in mind, this kind of echoes the Gemini season we just came through. And yeah, you will have very powerful ideas with which you can immediately take action off of, but also at the very least have the insight for why you will take these actions, what the purpose of said actions are, amongst other things. Okay, so let's see what we got for the actual reading. All right, so the main lesson we have, Ten of Pentacles, baby. And especially seeing the Venus, this is Mercury in Virgo. Mercury is going to enter Virgo September 2nd, 2025, after its retrograde, of course, through Leo. So the main core of this Cancer season is wealth. It's stepping into massive wealth. It's long-term wealth. My affirmation coming into this is I'm set for life. I'm set for life. Like, for those of you who have decided you're set for life, this is just another confirmation. Like, money has never been an issue. A lot of you were just not liquid. A lot of you may have felt you didn't have money or resources, and that was a lie. You always did. You just weren't liquid. You may not have been aware of your liquidity. You may have had wealth that was not disclosed to you in the form of inheritances, passive income you didn't know accumulated, investments you didn't know matured, new money, passive income that you're going to come into. We are set for life overnight, especially with the Knight of Swords. Like, there's going to be a very quick realization of this, and kind of making the mental deductions needed. But this is a very beautiful reading. Ten of Pentacles is long-term wealth. It's having grandchildren. There's also a sense of tradition, family tradition as well. Yeah, I am set for life. I want you to really step into wealth, right? we know homegirl Joyce, Angel Joyce, is on her way to a showing. Everything that you're doing right now, especially stuff that people said would never bear fruit. Look at that. They were wrong. And it's not about them being wrong and you being right. It's about really just owning this lifelong wealth that you are and you represent. So for this to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, the main core, you definitely want to feel set for life. It's not about just feeling rich. There's a depth of value, especially for those of you, regardless of your race or gender or color, who you're watching an unhinged collective, just project their insecurities by saying all sorts of nonsense, saying, "Oh, your legacy is this. You come from this race. You're this. You represent this culture. You're this." It's a free for all. You see a lot of people devolving, just kind of mudslinging because um, that's their nature. They have an inferior nature, so they tend to have to tear others down. You come from wealth. I think it's important for you to like a lot of it's very easy to say I'm the first millionaire in my family. I'm the first to break out of jail. You come from wealth. Whatever family line you come from, regardless of how, maybe they didn't have a lot of monopoly money and fake fiat currency. You have something that transcends that can convert into monetizable value in any currency. And it's important you kind of really like know and own that. Where you come from, it's solid wealth. You're inheriting this. Even, and many of you are going to inherit this by making your own money. So inheritance doesn't mean you're going to get it from, you have to get it from your family. It came from your DNA. It was your own genes and your own being that produced this, meaning you were supported by the ancestors. So really keep that in mind. I think this is a huge milestone. Like, this is the main core of this reading. All right. And you have to understand, Bonita, I got your PayPal. Thank you very much. There are people who like they base their whole life on having to try and feel superior to you, on creating illusions because they know they can't take your wealth away from you. But if they can create a genjutsu, like a real persistent illusion around you to convince you that you have to give your power to them because of whatever bumblefuck reason they have brainwashed, others to believe, that shit's not working on you because you know who you are, you know what you are. And there's nothing more dangerous than someone who knows their worth. Now, if someone tries to say things to get under your skin or to lessen your self-esteem, you know that only broke people do that. No one who's actually wealthy would even dare. They'd recognize you because real recognize real. So allow people to snitch on themselves, especially with the let's go, especially with the justice card. The challenge here is this could be resolved through a settlement. Any of you who are closing deals, okay? Hence why the justice card is a challenge. You're getting your paperwork right. You're doing everything you're doing in the righteousness of law. And now, as a practical example, this could be finalizing a deal. And you want to make sure that the paperwork is proper. For those of you who are doing settlement, you want to make sure that the settlements reflect what it is you're worth. This is huge generational wealth. And there is a objectivity and a flawlessness with which you're going to be able to conduct yourself in order to facilitate this. For those of you who draft contracts, the challenge is to make sure, of course, just like Joyce writing a lease this morning, that the paperwork is on point. Some of you could be in the middle of filing lawsuits, and it's important to know these lawsuits are going to secure major fucking wealth for you. Because this isn't just like a frivolous lawsuit. Like, this has your legacy. I don't even say your legacy. Like, the core nature of your lineage. I don't want to say lineage, like this traditional understanding. Some of you are going to be creating wealth through this that lasts generations. All right, so this is very beautiful, and I think this cancer season is going to enable you to just be on top of that over and over. I'm in the middle of filing a claim. This is what I'm saying, divisions. File that claim knowing, regardless of the results you get from it, it's completely you're stepping into wealth, and know that you're gonna get the results you know you deserve. So you know what I mean? Don't take no for an answer. And that's what I mean. We're set for life. You feel me? So knowing that, right? Why that's very significant is that um if you know, if you know that you want to get so certain about things that it's either that or death. You know that before you die, you're going to accomplish this, or you're going to pass. You know what I mean? So that already kind of deads any kind of doubt. Like, will I do this or will I don't? You've already decided. And what you'll realize once you make decisions like that, hinged on your life, you put your life on it, the universe is like, oh, you're serious. All right. And then it just blink, 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 almost as if it was wanting your full on conviction from the get go. And the bottom of this, look at this. Look at you got the world in your hands, dog. Like the Two of Wands is you realizing you have options. It's you taking your vision of the world and how you want to manifest that vision, and it's showing you what's possible. This is after the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is that brand new spark of desire, and the Two of Wands is you really just, contemplating what you want to make of that desire. Then we have the Three of Wands that now actually takes the short term goals. But to see this with the Ten of Pentacles and Justice, you're sitting pretty. And thank you. The Forest Fairy Tarot gifted me. It's one of my favorite decks. Thank you so much. Um, this is good, y'all. This is how you have to be feeling. All right. If you're feeling anything less than this, then you're taking your external circumstances seriously. So let me just be honest with you. Moving forward, we're always gonna have grace, but moving forward, we're not accepting anything less than your true self. All right. You're not a loser and you're not a weakling that gives in to your external circumstances. You're a motherfucking G. All right. Like most of you are magical masters. And I mean, if you're not somebody who's going to just get frustrated because what your 3D reality is showing you contradicts what you're feeling. You're not its bitch. It's your bitch. Let's make that clear. I don't know how much quantum mechanic or physics videos you need to read, right? I love that unicorn card. We are only accepting 100%. Reality shapes based on your observation. Your thoughts are things. I hate to say that. It's so cliche to say that, but like, I hope you're not reality's bitch. I hope you know reality is your bitch. Period. Like that's what you're feeling. This is what you're seeing. That's what is emanating the frequency from your thoughts and feelings. It's very frustrating to tell people and show people you control your reality. And then they say, okay, but my bills are due next week. You know what I mean? Like, how do I just don't know. It's like you have the choice to just know, oh, I don't fuck those bills. I'm gonna get them paid whether I can or not, versus actively giving power over to something subservient to you and saying, well, because of that, I can't do this. We're not entertaining that moving forward. We are only accepting 100%. Okay. And it's very imperative that you lock in. This is another underlying theme of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is leaping into battle. It's not deliberating and analyzing, okay, how is this real? Let's get a strategy. It's leaping first, asking questions later. You're gonna just to figure it out while you're doing this, okay? And just a perpetual reminder, you're a lot more powerful than you really even know. Thought that divine spark. Okay. So the recent past we have is the Page of Cups. Some of you have revived your own intuitive abilities and emotions. These are new feelings, developing new feelings about things. Page of Cups comes up when you share your feelings with somebody, or someone shares their feelings with you. It's like a love letter. Sometimes we pull this card when it's okay to love again, especially if some of you have shut down because you don't want to get, Page of Cups is silly in love. Like this is a child talking to a fish, like really denoting imagination. And I feel like some people get too serious. We'll do a romance spread after this, and then we'll end with career. But I feel like some people get too serious, and it's like, oh, this isn't mature. Like, how are you your age and you have a crush? Forget those lame womp womp womp, too serious, too cool for school people. When was the last time you had a crush? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you got excited and giggly? You can never be too old, too masculine or whatnot to be like, oh, they like me. This could be what you're missing. Especially, you know what I'm saying? In tandem for manifesting riches or for moving forward, you might not actually be focusing on something you think is unrelated, your motherfucking heart. You know what I'm saying? Your inner child. So this doesn't have to really apply romantically. This is a past position, rekindling feelings for things. You know what I'm saying? Platonic, romantic. It's interesting that that comes in the past because now the crown is the Two of Pentacles. So every day you are hustling. I like this as a crown because the Two of Pentacles is talking about you being hands on, like your outlook. And I like that because it contrasts with the Two of Wands. Like your foundation is making these, plans. You're seeing everything that's possible for you, but the outlook is you're hands on. You know what I'm saying? You have your hands in multiple income streams. You have different investments. You're juggling different balls, paws. And if one ball drops, you're going to just focus on juggling the other balls, okay, in your hands. And this is definitely with the 2 and 2. It says a lot towards the method to your genius. I don't want to say madness because this is grounded on proper planning, right? You're in a good position here. I think it's important to understand. I hope none of you guys are lying to yourself by saying, "Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm washed." You know what I'm saying? I can't take it anymore. Please don't say that lame ass shit about yourself. Like you're so much. It's important to understand you're so much more powerful than that. And these things are really cool to say when we're feeling less than. Ooh, Bonita, your chart is amazing. Second house, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Chiron. I hope you know you getting money. Like your second house is lit the fuck up, and you were born with Jupiter on your rising. Congratulations. Um, for those of you who want the cards, you don't have to send your chart because I'm just gonna pull the cards. But I'm so glad, Bonita, you sent me your chart. That it's nice to see a Gemini chart like that. As a fellow Taurus rising, who's also second house Gemini sun, congrats. Like this is gonna be really good for liquidity for you. So that's beautiful. I heard restitution. Look like looking for the rewards, baby. Yes, you're getting what is owed you, but this isn't necessarily you just sitting down and being like, "What's owed to me, come for me." You're hands on. Like you're grinding. Like the stuff you're doing that maybe from the outside looking in, people might think, "Oh, that little thing you're doing." It's not little. It might operate in a small capacity because you're independent and you don't need organizations behind you. But shoot, you definitely know what you're doing. All right. So the next step that we have, the next step here is the Queen of Swords. So that's very interesting. Queen of Swords could represent, like in the case of justice, a lawyer representing you. The Queen of Swords is not here to fucking play around. Now, this is interesting. Let's put this a bit in context. Queen of Swords is you, of course, This is the Libra woman. This is Libra. This could be any air sign, right? If this is talking about a person, that'll be interesting. The Page of Cups to the Queen of Swords. So if we want to look at this, it's like a very innocent, giggly, inner child to a no nonsense, cutthroat queen that will chop your fucking head off if you even try her. All right. It's beautiful next to Justice though, because you know that her backing is the law. So this makes me think someone who's working in law, someone who's in justice, someone who is backed by justice. Queen of Swords as a mindset represents you're entirely focused. Like you have your goals you have to knock out. You're not letting any distractions stop you. And you're 100% locked in. Look at her. Look at her. Does she look like she playing around? Now look at this, guys. Look at this. What's the underlying theme? All right. We have the Knight of Swords. So it almost looks like, I mean, it's not related like that, but I did want to look at it like that. It almost looks like there could be a confrontation. This knight could work for this queen or could be confronting this queen. Okay. That being said, um, could be someone getting certified in their craft too, Lolo. That's very true. That's very true. All right. This could be greater certification. The Queen of Swords, we want to say moving forward, this is the moon in Libra. We could say if this is the next step, we're stepping into integrating this, you're going to be more focused. You're going to be locked the fuck in. Okay, I mean locked in, super locked in. Now, if the Queen of Swords is representing someone, is someone who's representing what you're litigating or putting in order. If it's representing an action, you're gonna be super locked in. You're gonna be more focused on what goals you have to do, blank out distractions. Like I said, be objective, be impartial. It's clearly a confrontation, but the Queen has the law backing her up. All right. Now, who are you showing up as? The Ace of Wands. All right. You're showing up as a hot, flaming dick pic that was sent unsolicited. But in a rare sequence of events, the person who received it liked it. All right. Worst tarot example I ever gave. And forget I just said that. But this under the Page of Cups is interesting. And it shows up on the left side of the chart. So it looks like perhaps your focus isn't split, but you are this new opportunity. And that's what now brings me to this. This could be you offering something yourself to this queen, right? The queen could be angry because she just received, my bad. But yeah, you are showing up as the Ace of Wands. So you are this brand new viral, hot throbbing opportunity that I think is I think is beautiful. See, I said we went from the ace to the two. So what's around you? The Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's like she wanted the picture. I didn't know she would leak it. I'm just joking. That's horrible. Seven of Wands is you not fucking backing down because you're locked in and you're telling everyone to get off your penis and your dick because whatever. You feel me? I love that. I think what's also beautiful with this as well is these wands, this passion right here. Seven of Wands is this energy of how you're seen. You're seen as someone who does not back down. You're seen as someone who's going to stand up against people who even have more resources than you. You're not going to give up because you're pressured to. All right. Seven of Wands also is victory because you haven't backed down. It's you having the advantage because you see you're on this ledge. These people are having to overcome. This is the defending champion. So that's beautiful. Let's see what the guidance of this reading is. So the guidance that we have here is, okay, the Ten of Cups. I was thinking of romantic themes too. So the Ten of Cups is so beautiful because this is talking about emotional fulfillment. All right. So as guidance, you have to, okay. On one level, I hope you understand everything is going to be all right. There's nothing you're going through right now that isn't literally meant for you, even if it looks negative. And this is important because we have financial, the whole goal of this, the main lesson of this is material fulfillment. And the guidance is emotionally fulfillment. You must not only be materially concerned and fulfilled, Are you grateful for everything you have? And can you anticipate this climax of emotions? So the guidance is saying to feel fulfilled about this all, really tie all this together. I'm also getting a sense that this is promising financial and emotional fulfillment. Okay. Whatever it is that keeps you in this state, right? In order to do so, you want to really just keep in that feeling. If the outcome was the 10 of cups, that would have been amazing. We would have said that's what this is leading to. This is the guidance. I'm not going to say follow your bliss, because 10 of cups is saying you have a family, you have people who love you, you have circumstances in your life that facilitate this. Lock on to this, hone on this, feel this. Do not be ungrateful out here, right? Don't be asking, oh, I wish I had this. But like, you have children, like you have a loving family that orphans would die for, right? Like, you have stuff. There are people who wish to be in your position. There's that saying. But the 10 of cups is letting you know your bliss is already here. So if you're not aware of it, really lock in, because that's what's going to really facilitate this material abundance. And then we have the Queen of Wands, that fell out with justice. Okay. Yeah. So the Queen of Wands is interesting. Queen of Wands speaks of success in business, boldness. I think this is interesting. If this is an archetype, once again, this could be with who you're achieving this with. So I'm going to extend this 10 of cups here. I'm living with my family bliss out here. Love it. 100-acre woods. She living the dream, y'all. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful first spread. The Queen of Wands could really be speaking of course, I'm making you. It could really speak of, and the nature of boldness, popularity, which works really well with the intense objectivity here. That with which now after you can kind of just show out, pop out. So I'm gonna say that these are prominent figures. I think this, for the woman, this will represent you. For the males, these could be queens you're connecting with. I think this is one queen, just different facets. Or it's could all be a different assortment of characters, but we do see, a prominent male and female figure locking the fuck in and enjoying this fulfillment together. All right. Instead of saying you wish you had what you want, act delusional and say you're grateful that you already have it. Optimistical. That's the guidance here. That's literally it. And use that word optimistical, baby. Wow, I'm the shit. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I could tell the difference. Okay. Amen. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, um, that was a beautiful first spread. Once again, Bonita, I got your PayPal. For any one of you who would like to join the queue and get a card for yourself, click the description box below and you can get the instructions. Okay. Remember, please do not think of magic and the law of assumption at that point as a quick fix solution. It's a skill, it's a behavior, it's a habit. All right. I'm not going to say it's a process. The shit is instant. So it's not about just telling yourself over and over and over you have it. It's about the constant reaffirmation of what's true for you. You're clearing illusions. Anything that has, projected itself to claim that it's not when it is why you are doing this repetition. You are rewiring your brain to accept the truth. And of course, like magic, create it, allow it to happen. And because we have already patterns that say the end of this or the whole thing, or we have patterns that kind of just betray that, you're just rewiring that. And that's why this brings up doubt from other people who have played their hand into rewiring your brain to accept less than yourself. Anyone who resists you accepting your more gains from you not understanding that. And they're going to get murdered by your spirit team who's going to slay the fuck out of them. Let me be clear here. Uranus and Gemini, Saturn and Aries, this isn't the deep, compassionate, feminine energy that was needed when Pluto was in Cap, when Uranus was in Taurus, when Neptune was in Pisces. The negative of that is, of course, people say a lot of people got more sensitive and feminine. Those are pros and cons. Now we're hardcore masculine. Okay, we're back at the fire and the air. You're gonna see a lot more people being masculine. Like the problem back then is people said that the men were too feminine, and they said that the women were too masculine, but that's not really true. The main issue was that you saw a lot of men perhaps being a lot more feminine to the point of becoming, you know what I mean? It's going to be the opposite this time. You're going to see a lot more women be that much more masculine. You're going to see men be more masculine. It's a resurgence of the divine masculine. And what that's going to look like is just instant judgment. Like, we're not deliberating. Your spirit team will clap people on your behalf. Your spirit team will be clapping people on your behalf, just aligned with your moods. Just by the word alone. If they get the sense that, oh yeah, if this person touches me, I would do this to them. Your spirit team is like, say less. And like and these are concepts that are sci-fi, are fantasy, but not really. You feel me? No more kings. So, it's something to keep in mind. All right, we're going to step into this love life romance reading, sex life romance love life reading. Let's see what we got. Cancer, what you got for us? No more kings, because we're gods now. I love that. We're all kings and queens and blah 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 blah. We're all souls. So yeah. Peace out, Marilyn. Okay. All right, let's do this. So the underlying theme, oh, you were being sarcastic. Okay. The underlying theme we have is the Nine of Swords. And this is what I was going to talk about. This is what I was going to talk about before I started the reading, but I got caught up. So we need to dead this. We need to dead this. This is why people are ducking out of the love readings, because we need to address this, y'all. Y'all need to stop acting as if love is some kind of lottery that you're gonna win one day. You know what I mean? Some of you are like actively lying to yourself, like, I wonder if I'm ever gonna be in love. I wonder, I wonder if I'll ever find my person. I feel like some of you are kind of like really distraught. Now, there's another end of this. Some of you are getting completely psychically attacked in the sense where you're valuable, you're worth it, and you're hearing literal demons try and psych you out. Whether it's in the form of auditory, schizophrenic hallucinations, or you're just that telepathic, you're feeling the collective, you're feeling the society like you can't be in a relationship like this, you can't be like this, and you're holding space by not giving in to that doubt. But some of you are just like, you love being depressed. Like I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. It's so much. The phone is dry, and I love it. Amen. It's like some of you feel so much more comfortable being depressed and negative because you can control that. You won't get your heart broken. If you're just like, oh, this never works out for me, it's a comfortable feeling you got used to. It's easy to fall back on, right? We want to hear about people's triumphs, not their victimhood. So just really keep that in mind. Some of you are still in this delusion where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be lucky in love. Will I ever really find someone still? You know what I mean? When the truth is, who would be dumb enough not to get with you? And I don't mean in it, I don't mean in this like sense where everyone is worth love and everyone is meant to no, you have your own best version of yourself that you don't have to reach before someone loves you. Like superficial, trivial shit like your body or looks, you those things could be worked on. Like you can if your body isn't the type, 4 solid weeks of locking in, boom. You get what I'm saying? We're talking about intangibles that no one can take from you. If it's anything tangible, it could be worked on. I'm not. This is where I'm not. I'm trying. This is where I'm saying. I'm not saying like, oh, anyone will accept you the way you are. If there's things about yourself that you have to change, like be a little bit more financially secure, get a little bit more in shape. This can be worked on by you. So this is not the issue. It's an intangible issue within you that you might be lying to yourself, acting as if anybody would not be lucky to be with you. You have to really stop lying to yourself. And some of you are mistaking psychic attack you are getting as your own thoughts. For example, Nine of Swords anxiety regarding love, what I'm picking up is like um somebody who you're connected with on levels that are hard to explain, but like their family does not see you as their ideal partner. It's like, oh, you're not rich enough. You're in a lower caste. That's the image I get. Like the back in the day Aladdin Jasmine story where like you want the prince or the princess, but you're in a lower caste than them. You're not rich enough, fancy enough. You're not in the royal energy, or you're of a different race, and they don't want to. Their parents don't want to see you with a black person, or they don't want to see you with the Asian person or a white person or anyone that's outside of their race. And like you can actually sense the psychic attack and negativity, right? On a collective level, on a social level. And many of you are not taking that. You're not standing for that, right? But there's still that anxiety, right? There's that, but then there's also you don't want it to be from yourself. So really keep that in mind. I don't want to tell you the same cliche stuff, albeit true, like the love is within you. You're the love. You don't have to find the love. You're the love. Like I'm not going to tell you that. This is all just common knowledge. I'm going to say stop bullshitting yourself to believe in any way anybody wouldn't be lucky to be with you. That is a lie. That is a lie. Anything less is a lie. I'm making it clear here. I'm not saying you're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to work on yourself and improve yourself. Someone will like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, regardless, you are a fool if you are not aware anyone will be lucky to be with you. Regardless of what anyone else says, people will project their opinions on you as if it matters. It doesn't matter, which is why they have to go out of their way to try and convince themselves by convincing you. If it mattered, they wouldn't have to do that. All right. Really flip this on its head, because you enjoying this with your heart is something that many forces would die if they saw you do. And this is why they're intimidated of that. Just by your heart opening up. You're the prize, invest in yourself. Okay, we know we don't need the validation. So really keep that in mind. There's a lot of dark anxiety around trusting other people, being with other people, that will be hoped to resolve. Some of it, you're not just feeling that for nothing. You're in situations where if you do talk to certain people, other people will try and harm you because they're both inferior and delusional. So know that you're no one's victim. Okay, like do not give in to threats, to negativity, to anxiety. And the main lesson we have here is the Three of Cups. So this is a celebration. We had the 10 of Cups, and now we have the Three of Cups. So this is Mercury in Cancer, by the way, which now it's in Leo. So this is putting you in a position to come into festivity, come into happiness. Once again, like some of you are getting hit with ignorant shit. Like imagine being a dude that reads tarot and now someone's calling you the F slur. Oh, you read cards, that's just for women. Even though this craft was heavily regulated and vetted by men back in the day, it was a woman who came up with tarot. I'll tell you right now, it may have been collaborative, right, male or female, but just stupid shit like that, where a lot of people stand on bullshit and say the dumbest shit with conviction, uh, just because they think they know anything. Don't go back and forth with idiots like that. They snitch on themselves so that you can gain entertainment and amusement for that. You're supposed to laugh at them. You're not supposed to argue with them. As they will continue to do that and not really show anything for it. So the Three of Cups is talking about, not just friendships and ritual satisfaction, but it's talking about, coming together. I think time to let go and have some fun, going out, getting invited out, inviting people out. All right. I think the main lesson of this is this authentic, sincere sense of who you can have fun with. All right. Woo! Bro, tell me you're lying. That is phenomenal. That is fucking phenomenal. So here's the thing. Um, is love fun for you too? Like, so if you're taking dating too seriously, what's your genetics? What illnesses did your parents have? What are you, not that that's not important, but like, okay, we're gonna do this. Are you having fun? If you're going on a date, are you having fun? Is this someone who you look forward to having fun with, or is this just like an object to you that is just supposed to be a status symbol or seen next to you? Some people don't believe in that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The whole idea of like actually liking someone, having fun with them, enjoying their presence, that's gay to some people. Using their words, you feel me? Like that's not what it's about. It's about the structure, which structure is, by God, so important. But if you don't have any substance within that structure, I mean, you're asking for a mutiny. You know what I mean? And if shout out to those of you who haven't, been on a date because you didn't feel it. Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you didn't settle for less. That's gonna change. And the nature of these dates aren't really even gonna be romantic. You know what I mean? Like they can be, but it's like imagine going out with someone because it's fun. You know what I mean? Whether you're on your phone all day or not, it's like you're genuinely enjoying your time. The Three of Cups involves third parties, but it's not talking about a third party situation. Okay. Nice. It's more so speaking of just this joy and festivity, creating this space. And the challenge we have here is judgment. So there is an awakening. This is like connecting with a new core group of friends. You feel me? And putting yourself in a position to realistically enjoy where you're meant to be. All right. In the depths of my soul, I just don't really like anyone like that. Colby, bro, you have no idea how this applies to a lot of people. And I'm so glad you said that. That's very important. Like at the core, a lot of you aren't really impressed. A lot of it takes a lot to interest you. Okay. And that's okay. I think maybe some of you internalized that and made you yourself feel like that's your problem. And it's not about people having to try and compete over you and impress you. Some of you, maybe it is like that, but like the the judgment, the Three of Cups here is definitely speaking of you kind of unlocking and opening up where you're meant to be. Okay, some of you, it's not that you can't find anybody, it's that you won't settle for less. Like it's important to understand that a lot of you are single because you won't settle. And you have to it's very important to not mistake the two. There's being single, like fam, I haven't been in a relationship my entire life. Okay? A large part of that is because I live in my head. I rarely go out, and I don't want to say I'm lazy, but like I don't really take as much effort as I could. That being said, if I wanted two girlfriends today, I can get in a relationship today. Keeping it is a different story, but I can get in a relationship today. I know who I could put effort on. I know who I could talk to. I'm stubborn as fuck. I just know I will not settle. And at a certain point, I realized that being miserable in a relationship I jumped in is not worth being single and peaceful. The peace that I've had 35 years of my life, I like wake up in the morning like, oh my God, thank God I'm not just in a relationship with someone who I don't really love or respect like that, just because I felt like I had to be with someone. And that's this nine of wands. Like some of you are feeling this collective pressure. Oh, you're your age, you haven't been with someone that date someone. It's like you can feel people forcing you to date somebody just so they can see you shipping. They can put you in their imagination. Oh, this person's with this. Like people have an idea of who you should be with and what you should do because that makes sense from your age. When it's like I'd rather be like I've made a decision that I would rather be single my whole life than settle to be with anybody who is not cutting it. We all have our boundaries and our standards. It's not about someone being good enough or not to a degree, but like I'm totally fine. I see that as like a prize, like a goal, like, oh, I made it. I made it to the end of this shit solo dolo. The way society inerts that to promote partnerships, even societally, people who are in relationships have higher status than those who are single. And it's because most people in society have no internal locus of control. Most people in society have no identity within themselves. Their identity is gained through what they depend on others. You have a lot of people who are dependent on other people. So that's why independence, those who work especially close with Archangel Michael, we are okay. Like we're not, like we're not gonna waste our time with you. The thing more terrifying than being with someone is wasting your time with somebody. Okay, just keeping that in mind. So be mindful of that. That's a lot of, and that's what with judgment, you're going to awaken a lot of these, misconceptions, narratives. The foundation we have of this is the Two of Pentacles. So y'all is hustler. This is, once again, the foundation of this is you being hands on. For some of you, that's seeing or talking to multiple people. And that doesn't mean you're cheating, doesn't mean that you're playing people, but you're keeping your options open. For others of you, it's taking an existing connection and it's being hands-on with it. You're definitely very um, you know, productive with it. You're not just leaving it up in the air. Okay. And live identifiable lives. I love that. The past position that we have is, of course, the Ten of Cups. So we have the emotional fulfillment showing up. Now, what did we get in the first reading? The Page of Cups. So there is this sense of emotional fulfillment. At the very least, whether single or in a relationship, you have it within you. So you're either sharing that with someone who's going to be lucky to be with you, or you're sharing that with somebody already, romantically, platonically. This adds a lot more context to the reading because we know this celebration is based off of this, you know, established peak of feeling. And I know it's in the past. I want to be very careful here because I don't want any of you to be like, I don't know, peace dealer. Like, I haven't been feeling that recently, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I dare say, change the way you're looking at your situation. I'm not saying that it means that everything is going good for your life, but you might have overlooked something. That being said, this doesn't look like it's overlooked. It looks like it's very clear. Like in the past, there's a whole rainbow. out here. Some of you might have seen a rainbow recently. That should be a promise. We have the Two of Wands. I like how they reverse. That's crazy. So now we have the Two of Wands in the position of the Two of Pentacles. You have options, my friend. Like for those of you who are single, you have options. Like I hope you understand. I hope you're not stuck on one person thinking that oh, this is the only way it could work. I mean, if you have a deep attraction to someone, that is totally fine. But I hope you're not feeling like, oh, if I can only work out with this person. No, 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 no. This is letting you know, even if just with the same person, there's like so many different ways you can manage it. So you're in a good position. You know what I mean? Like you're pretty focused on what's important. Saw a double rainbow yesterday. Okay. This is more proof that this anxiety is it's illusory. It's not coming from you. And if it's coming from you, surrender it. Okay. Now, the next step we have here is the Six of Cups, baby. This is the soulmate card. This is the of Sun in Scorpio. When the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups show up, especially in a romance reading, you can enjoy with childlike wonder as your dreams are coming true. Okay. So this is speaking of breaking through a pure and innocent connection that backed by justice, I feel like is connected to maybe meeting someone from your circle of friends or just establishing a really dope connection, even if platonic at first, with someone who you deepen an innocent connection with. So because this is a romance reading, this is a soulmate encounter. And it doesn't seem like this has to be someone new. We didn't get the Ace of Cups yet. We did get the Ace of Wands, did get the Ace of Wands in the previous reading. But yeah, however, so being self sufficient is great. However, joy is sometimes better shared. Being understood and seen feels important. I love that, especially when you have a lot to share. Yes, you feel me, and being with someone where you don't have to hold back who you are in order to be yourself. All right. Um, this is beautiful. Now, once again, the Six of Cups is a card of innocence. So this is like being friends with someone and not even having sex with them immediately because you're just so into each other. It's like you have first of all, you can have sex immediately and it still be pure. Just make that clear, right? It's just so it doesn't mean that you just go prude on each other. It just means both of you don't feel the need to rush it because what you have, whether you rush it or whether you don't rush it, there is an innocence here. It's not like a devil card lust. It's like a pureness. It's like a deep, pure connection that's being realized here. And especially with the Ten of Cups, for some of you, this could be someone from your past life. That the Justice card, Judgment card is, you know what I'm saying? Um, Awakening, reawakening. For others of you, the Six of Cups is someone from your past life or early childhood, right? It's a familiar feeling. And who are you showing up as in this romance read? We have the Emperor, baby. You got your shit together. We had the Ace of Wands here before, so yeah, you're in your power, you're in your masculine energy, and you are exercising your authority on these hoes. I mean, on these people. Oh my god. The Emperor is definitely also talking about really being that structure, really being the lord of the table, setting the ground rules, establishing that. All right. I like to say the magician's wife is the strength card or the high priestess. Really, the high priestess. The magician is the hierophant in the high priestess, but you also say the magician high priestess. But it's not specific. Really, it depends on what the circumstances. Um, the Empress could be the magician's life, even though we know the Empress comes with the Emperor, right? But no need for external validation, just connection versus me. This is a really good look. Whether you're a male or female, the Emperor is saying you got your shit together. Like you stand on your own authority. You have integrity in your actions. And we have the Tower card. So it looks like a lot of this based on this stability is happening instantly. Okay. There is some upheaval And I think it's positive struggle. It's great enlightenment that's kind of putting this into context realistically. Okay. Very beautiful. Oh wow. Yes, son. Okay. Remember, insecure people need someone to feel better than. And some people are so chained by how their image looks to others, they can't really be themselves because they have to wear the right thing and look the right way to impress people who don't give a fuck about them or talk about them behind their back. Or, I mean, clearly don't if you have to do that to do that. It's this sense of style, it's this sense of pride, which is like fucking stupid. And people will, it's nothing wrong with having style. It's everything wrong with like literally changing yourself. Like you can't have a good day if you don't look a certain way. That's just an inferior mindset that has been popularized throughout the decades. And I'm just so glad I'm not affected by that bullshit. But for those who are, they're this person. They can't even go to sleep at night because they're picking up on, vibes that don't matter that they're bringing attention and power to. Where you want to just be the emperor sitting on your throne, like, I wish a motherfucker would. The guidance we have here is the Three of Pentacles, baby. So the Three of Pentacles showing up in a reading with the Ten of Cups represents the steps taken to secure a union lasts forever. So this is a really good reading, guys. This is a really good reading. The union of Gemini's masculine and feminine. The lovers is the mind and the heart connecting. This card, this card, this card, this card shows a relationship that's based on actual teamwork. Remember, we had the 10 of Cups here before. Okay. And I want to remind you that when the 10 of Cups is in a reading with the Three of Pentacles, it's two people taking the steps necessary to take a union and make it last forever. It's like two people who are on each other. My bad. It's like two people who are taking advantage of each other's skills and work together. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get this bread, you're going to organize this, we're going to do this. It's like flawless dynamics. We got the pure connection. This is looking like a very amazing relationship that with the Two of Pentacles moves us forward as both of you are hands on with it. Okay. And it's very beautiful. I'm going to keep these tarot reports available for the rest of the week. For those of you who want to catch the replay, of course, you are welcome to go to the app. Of course, this is going to be the last month that I have the membership up. July is going to be the last month. For now, I might bring it back in case we have to transition. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works. We'll see what we do with that. But yeah, other than that, the Three of Pentacles here is definitely speaking of as guidance. Both you and this partner are going to lock in, and remember, Three of Cups is the main core. If this is talking about you being single, it's definitely talking about being able to connect purely and be a team player with other people around you. All right. It doesn't have to be like a romantic S spread. For those of you who this is romance, there's going to be that sense of teamwork where both of you and your skills work together in order to build this bridge that breaks you through into lifelong fulfillment and success. So that's beautiful, y'all. The outcome we have to this for Cancer season is the King of Swords, which is very revealing because the other reading we had the Queen of Wands and we had the Queen of Swords as well. So the King of Swords is talking about objective impartiality. It's talking about really being at the top of your field. This is not the Ace of Cups. So this isn't rose tinted glasses. It is this sense of just killing shit. Oh my God, I got bonus cards. Look at what the bonus cards are. So someone asked, who's the magician's wife? You're looking at it. I cannot make this up. This is quite the reading. I don't always pull bonus cards too. But the King of Swords represents y'all are cutthroat killers. You know what I mean? Like you're not overly emotional unless you're in bed with each other. I'm sorry. This is really just talking about like the objective rulership, right? The y'all are at the top of your field together. This is amazing. I think this is the biggest omen. This is the relationship that's forming between two beings who are infinite and unlocked in their ultimate nature. All right. This is like God and goddess together, almighty. This is beautiful. Look at this infinity theme, and we see this echoed here as well. I love this. I love this. This is a beautiful romance reading. Okay. So there we go. Last but not least, we're gonna do money, finances, career. I'm gonna start with Bonita for the live reading. Anyone else who would like a live reading, you can join the queue below. You can also join Hypsee. Okay. Um, Remember, this is the next step. So there is going to be some breakthrough of purely connecting with someone, like a mutual coming together that's going to open up teamwork. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Yep. Imaginary waifus and imaginary husbands count. So if that's what you're doing, you gonna somehow make it work for yourself. It won't be imaginary um solely. But the takeaway was, don't settle for someone I don't actually enjoy being around. Thank you. But Colby, for those of us who have like Moon Pluto, Moon Saturn, if you have Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, that's very difficult. That's a large reason why we stay single for a while, because it's like it's hard to find someone we actually enjoy being around. And it's not about the other person, too. The other person could be amazing, right? I mistake, like, I have a likable Gemini personality. So it's easy for me to make friends, right? But then I realized, like, my moon in Capricorn don't really like it's hard to like people because I thought it was easy. It's easy to like people with Gemini, but the Capricorn don't really like a lot of things. It's hard to I didn't know that. It was very humbling. And that's what took me into, it's not you, it's me. It's really me. Like whenever I say that, it's for real. It's not you. It's me. It's me. But it definitely made me respect more, like, okay, what is it that who like there are people who I'd like to be around, but I don't think it's hard for me to find. Thank you. I like the idea of being with someone. I like the idea of people, but like actually living with somebody is something I don't know if I can do. This is another reason why I'm single. Like I don't, even with like family members, I could live with like my sister or my mom or whatnot, but like just living alone is just such an amazing luxury. And I am technically like 6 to 9 years old. I'm like a 35-year-old, 9-year-old, or 6-year-old. I just it's just I can't see myself living with someone and not necessarily like, I don't know. Yup, I got like ancient emotions, but then my spirit is like a kid. It's so weird. But um I hope I'm not the only one. I know some of you are social, so you have to be around other people. So that's what's up. That's what's up. But like, yeah, the Capricorn is an integral filter. If it wasn't for the Capricorn, I would have been finessed more so than my Gemini has let me. And I'm not gonna blame Gemini. But like, yeah, it is what it is. Um, so what's up with the money? What's up with your finances? The underlying theme we have for this career, finance, money reading for Cancer, we do have the Three of Wands. This is the Sun in Aries. This is a card around, of course, developing your long and short term plans. So Whatever long-term goals and short-term goals you have been working on, you're going to see those ships come in. This is a great period to draft said goals. Remember, we saw the Ace of Wands, which is that new idea, the Two of Wands, which is how do I want to bring this new idea? And then the Three of Wands is, okay, this is what we're going to initially do, right? I know that I want to create a new album, and I'm going to call this album Man Child. And now the Three of Wands is, okay, I'm going to book studio space. I think I want to create 6 tracks for Man Child. I have to get the videographers. Like, this is you making your long and short term plans. I know, like, 6 months from now, when all the videos done, in a short term, we're gonna get the beats. I'm gonna go to this engineer so they can produce the music. I already got the studio. Boom. I know when I'm 40, I'm gonna do Man Child 2 full forever. You feel me? Like, this is you sticking with your goals, all right, but also seeing movement. So the more focused you are on this, the better. Some people need this like quad pseudo motivational element where it's like, oh, you just got to be hard on that. You got to be hard on them. Stop being a bitch and do whatever. That's cute. Just be honest with yourself, B. It's as simple as just being honest with yourself. Fool forever. Fool, because at 40, you're a fool forever. So, yeah. Man Child 2, fool forever, baby. That's the 40. I know my long-term goals is when I'm 100 years old, I want to drop an album. And then I can talk the most shit. Like, I'm the oldest rapper doing this. Your favorite rapper wasn't as true to this. Couldn't even make it to my age. I'm on stage turning a new page. Like, if I'm 100 years old, I'm going to drop an album called 100. And if I could get the Will Smith collab, maybe not for that album, but for something sooner, yes. That's one of my long-term goals. And then I'm gonna do the tour, and then I'll literally be the oldest rapper that's ever dropped the album. Like, who has been 100 years old and dropped the album? That's all I have to do. I'm the greatest rapper alive. Your favorite rapper never made it in 95. It's over. It's over. And I'm gonna be healthy, looking 30. That's it. That's like my long-term goal. Like, I'm gonna call the album 100. I keep it 100. I'm literally 100. I'm older than all y'all. Like, that's it. That's it. Boom. We don't get tired. Yup. That's like my back in my head. So now I know I have to stay in shape because I'm already 30 and my back is already. So now I have to literally be the sexiest version of myself in shape just so I could be in shape at 100 and then drop the album and shit on everybody. Just be like, ain't nobody my age rapping like this. It don't even matter if the bars are fire. Like, I'm 100 spin. Like, the concept of that alone is going to be amazing. It's just going to be amazing. So I can't wait. The kids will see you rapping at 100 and say, that rapper ran my chart back in the day. Yup. It's over. It's over. Okay. So, oh my God, I have a bunch of babies, of course. Let me get on that. Kobe, come on, son. Anyone, yes, you have to be on it. It's going to be dope. We're going to be fire. The Hangman, it's time to surrender. Okay. Now, you have already set your goals. You already know what it is you have planned to do. You must surrender everything that you think can go wrong about this plan. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Don't say you believe in God. Don't say you believe in a higher power. Don't say you believe in the universe and you cannot surrender your doubts to it. You're being a fraud. If the moment you say that, you believe that. Like, don't say I believe in the universe, but then you're like, I don't know if this plan is going to work well. Just, hey, universe, you got that. Literally, do it with me right now. What, like, we are infinity heirs. Okay, so this is a career reading. We have a net worth that will make most people laugh at us. Like, that's hilarious. Tell a motherfucker, no bank can hold my net worth. I'm too rich. And like, they're gonna laugh. Let's just be real. So yes, tell the universe, hey, handle that. Handle that. These motherfuckers don't believe me. Handle that. Show these motherfuckers. Surrender. It's out of your control. The hangman here is also talking about the idea and perspective around your finances is going to completely transform, and you have to surrender because, like, especially some of you are getting ready to move up a couple tax brackets from where you're at, and it's a world you may have never ever entered before. You may not be able to know what that's like if I were to tell you to feel like you're 5 tax brackets up, you may not know what that feels like. So you just need to surrender to the idea that I got it. You don't have to know how it feels. You don't have to know what to do. Some of you are literally getting in your own way because you think that you have to know what to do. And that would be an issue if you didn't believe in higher powers and forces that are connected to you, within you, and representative of you. Both cannot be true. Surrender to focused action. Okay. Surrender to the goals that you have set, and do not accept anything else. Be willing to adapt, but don't give up. This is literally saying don't quit. This is saying to surrender, but don't give up. Okay. Surrender everything that you feel is out of your hands. Be like, hey, I got the studio session, I got the engineers. I don't know how I'm gonna get this artist on my track, but universe, I give it up to you. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen, but I trust we gonna make something work out. And there ain't no way you can. But guess what? 2 weeks later, you're in the studio, and your engineer is like, "Hey, I know a guy who knows a guy, and he said that this guy can get on your track. I don't know if you wanted him on your track." You see how you didn't have to do anything for that, but you did. You had already decided. Or that person may never get on your track, but you change your perspective around. The person who you wanted on your track got hemmed up in some legal issues. If they were on your track, it probably wouldn't be a good look, right? So, like, surrender. That's just a horrible example, but the challenge we have here is the Knight of Wands. So you're here to surrender, but the challenge is being active. Knight of Wands is gaining passion. Okay. The Knight of Wands could be traveling to another town for a work opportunity. It could be going on a short distance trip. It could be moving, right? The Knight of Wands is definitely representative, perhaps, of an opportunity coming to you while you are holding space. So anything is possible here. Whereas the Knight of Swords is a messenger of an idea or truth, the Knight of Wands is a prince who wants to get in your pants. I mean, it's a messenger of passion that wants to excite your night. Totally. Very, very fun. This is Sagittarius. So for some of you, it's gonna be Neptune in Sag if we combine both. But the Knight of Wands as a challenge is, do not let this energy move stagnantly. So when we say surrender, we're not saying to do nothing, because you're working on your goals. Remember, you're doing everything that's in your power to maintain what you're meant to do. Just keep at it, but allow things to unfold. And as the opportunity presents itself to take proper action, to express this creativity, the Knight of Wands could be an actual knight that challenges you and puts the fire under you a little bit. Okay, so there will be opportunities to move around and to take advantage of some opportunities. And while you're surrendering to what it is you want, do that. Now, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, which adds a lot more foundation to this reading, especially seeing that the Knight could be operating from this Queen. You are very materially grounded right now. There's a lot of wisdom. You could have negative money in the account, but your mindset is on 10. This is the Capricorn Queen. All right. This is you really, even though that seems oxymoronic, right? How can you manage money if you have negative in the account? Anything is possible, my friend. Trust. So, like, regardless, the Queen of Pentacles is this very great management. It's within you're not a broke bum that's like begging for money on the internet or on the street. You have a really good understanding of what value you are building. Okay. The past position we have is the 10 of cups again. Contemplate that because y'all see me shuffle this. So we had the 10 of cups in the past again, where the page of cups was, which was once again echoing this fulfillment emotionally. All right. So draw on it, call on it. Uh, if for career, this is your dream job. Some of you may not realize you have been working your dream vocation, and in surrendering what you currently believe about it, that's what I think is going to shift things considerably. The crypto surge about to hit with the Venus Uranus conjunction. I like that. Moon's going to be in Libra, going into Scorpio, and then they'll both go into Gemini. So I could definitely see that. The crown we have is the Ace of Pentacles for a career reading, new money. Now we had the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles in this position. Ace of Pentacles for a career reading is talking about a new income stream. You're ready to open up new income streams. Remember, with the Two of Pentacles, hustling and investing in different income streams. Be very mindful of people who are saying things at you to get a rise out at you because they're very weak inherently and they don't really have any power. So they have to try and get a rise out at you so that they can kind of affect you. You just kind of sitting in your wealth, you're not going to budge. And that's going to really ruffle their insecurity because they realize that you exist in their mind rent free, but they don't exist in yours. Okay. And that's going to really, there's certain people who carry prejudices and biases because they're delusional, and they're fucking stupid. And like, they get angry when those don't work on you because you're not a piece of shit like they're exhibiting themselves as. So they just kind of get jealous and envious that you actually have a wherewithal of value within yourself that they were busy whoring out to gain acceptance from other people to actually really experience as they try and tear other people down to make themselves feel better because they're useless. Yes, this is going to really help you build on this embedded value within yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is holding and surrendering to her manifestations. They're suffering from Agent Smith syndrome. All right, WLBS, weak little bitch syndrome, Agent Smith syndrome from ass. Thank you, Colby. So this season is going to open up very powerful income streams that have the groundedness of the Queen of Pentacles very powerfully, you know what I'm saying, like maturing said investments relative to said action that is being. And for some of you, I feel like this is an actual person, like a queen who has who has fire in her chart, or a very fiery, passionate, wealthy queen. The next step we have here is the Chariot, baby. So we had the Six of Cups in the other again. 10 of Cups again. The energies are changing in Cancer season. They're definitely integrating. Chariot is success. So you're going to gain momentum. The next step that you take is going to get you money, especially with the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups Chariot feels like an Olympic gold medal win. It takes this victory and ties it to this emotional fulfillment. Even though we don't see it next together, I do want to echo its presence. And the new income stream you're going to gain momentum from. So this is like, I opened a lemonade stand and the first 2 days we sold out. We sold out. We made like a $5,000 profit, which we were not expecting. We up, baby. We getting rich. Now the Chariot it's not the 10 of Pentacles. So it's not like we have $5,000. We're successful. Let's go spend it all on toys and stuff. That $5,000 is momentum. So it's like, okay, we have a $5,000 profit. We can reinvest this all back into the business, make even more. Okay. You're going to affect victory that gives you momentum. It's going to take this new income stream. It's going to push it forward. It's going to give it wheels. It's going to give it traction so that you can keep moving forward. The most dangerous thing with the Chariot is to give into immediate gratification because you're going to have extra capital on hand to splurge it on shit versus maintaining said momentum. So this is beautiful. We know for the romance reading, we got the Six of Cups. There's going to be a breakthrough of a soulmate connection, right? We know for the main reading, we got the Queen of Swords. There's going to be clear, objective, decision making. For career, we got the Chariot, baby. Goal. Imagine you get 10 racks every goal. You just scored a goal. All right. This is the thing about the chariot is this next step is a forward cardinal moving action. Once again, you're surrendering, but you're not just letting things happen to you. You're giving up any doubt or uncertainty principle or uncertainty, reinvesting your momentum. There we go. You guys are on it with the comments today, and I appreciate you. Now you're showing up as the Six of Pentacles, giving money to those who may need it. Some people owe you money. They may pay you back this week or next week. Everyone should probably put at least 10% of profit into digital assets. I feel you. And this is putting you in a position to gain financial flow. I think this Cancer season, that was honestly the word I heard. It's like some of you are feeding the lowly. And I don't mean that in a condescending way, but I heard some of y'all like that. And it's not like you're looking down. Some of these people were talking shit. They're like, oh, this person, bro. You're like, here, I heard you need the money. Blah. You just throw 100 in their face. Blah. But it's cool. This to me is more philanthropy. Like you're coming into powerful philanthropy. You're becoming a philanthropist. You're going to really be in a position to bring greater flow. Like the extra money you have goes somewhere. You're coming into more money. Boom. Especially if you need it, it's there for you. Okay. If you need the money, it's there for you. Now, Seven of Swords is very interesting. Seven of Swords is sneaky, but it also looks like you may not be very open about this. You may not tell people these victories, especially when we get the Seven of Swords and the Chariot. This is like stealing home base in baseball. It's seducing a prize catch, right? Seducing somebody. It's stealing a base in baseball, right? It's victory, but of course you had to be very strategic and somewhat tricky. So Seven of Swords is you not really playing your hand. Some people could be seeing what you're doing as shady, like where did you get this money from? Stealing a base in football, yes. Something to keep in mind. Now, the guidance we have here is the Knight of Cups, which is a very romantically centered card. It's saying to appeal to people's emotions, seduce their feelings. In a career reading, if we got the Ace of Swords, if we got the King of Swords, we got the Queen of Swords, we got the Knight of Pentacles. The guidance would be you want to appeal very materially. You want it when you're especially closing deals, when you're talking with people, bring up the facts. Be very clear, be very objective, appeal to their brain, tell them what the truth is. Knight of Cups is saying you need to Justin Bieber them. You're going to be like, baby, I know you want to buy this cup. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful cup. Don't you want people to just see you and feel amazing when they see you in the cup? Don't you want to feel loved? Don't you want to feel sexy? You get this cup. People are going to want to tell people that if you buy your pill, their D size will increase by an inch, even if it might be a scam. You have to, I'm not saying that you should scam people. You need to appeal to their heart. This is where being too logical in a Cancer season can shoot you in the foot. This in your dealings with people, in the way you kind of move forward, appeal to what they feel. Have people feel excited about that. Okay. And you know it. And what's beautiful about that as well is what's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. Shout out to Bieber fucking Valley. Once again, Knight of Cups is saying when it comes to your career, approach it like it's a music career. Approach it like it's something you love to do. This is going to really help you explore more your creative exploits. Like if you were about to sell a house, right? How creatively would you sell that house if it was your album rollout? How would you sell a house like it's an album rollout? Like it's something creative, right? Not something that's actually very fun and artistic for you. You want to take an artistic approach. Okay. Now, the outcome we have here is the Eight of Pentacles, baby. You gotta love it. You can't make this up. This is a literal career reading, and we have employment. So we're ending Cancer season off with you doing very meaningful work. Okay. This is you making the plan, and then this is you in the studio making that man child album. You feel me? This is beautiful. Especially if you're looking for work. For those of you who are looking for employment, taking that action is going to get you that. For some of you, this is meaningful work you're doing on your own, self-employed, whether you're working for someone or not. This is a really good career reading. The Cancer season outcome is you doing meaningful work, getting paid for it. These are all the examples of your good work that you're just going to maintain the quality of. And we went from ace to 7 to 8. So this is a really good look in a career reading. Now let's see what bonus cards we get. I don't want to show you the bonus cards, but if anything, relative to what's being surrendered, this is you just kind of walking away from that anxiety. All right. I don't want to sugarcoat this. This is not as bad as it looks. All right. We're going to just leave this as the outcome, but this just revisits the previous reading, and this is going to require walking away from emotional investments and attachments that don't align with this level of success you're coming into. It's like as you achieve the success, there are things and people you need to leave behind, because they're going to just draw you back into being unproductive or not really pioneering or operating at this powerful vibration. So yeah, that's beautiful. I think this is a beautiful reading. Once again, very awesome. There's the potential for emotional and material fulfillment here, and I think that's awesome. Okay. Surrender to your infinite wealth. You are an infinitiaire, and no bank account can hold your net worth. You are coming into liquidity. Okay. You have to understand all of the greatest innovations that have ever existed, from a cellular phone to a plane, happened because people were delusional enough to believe it could happen. Saw someone talking on this. Element of delusion is all you need to break through into the next level. Okay, someone was delusional enough to believe that you can fucking fly a plane. That was delusional back then. You had to be fucking crazy to believe that. You had to be crazy to believe that you can communicate with people over fucking state. Do you understand this right here? The ancients would call witchcraft. I am using some kind of magic spell to broadcast my thoughts to you in multiple states. This is magic. Someone was delusional enough to believe they can do this. So I want you to be delusional enough to know that there is no bank that can hold your net worth. If people are going to call you crazy anyway, be crazy for believing that you have an infinite net worth, and keep on feeling and telling yourself that until you see more than enough evidence of this always being true. I'm going to do the live readings right now. Okay. With that being said, we're going to start with Bonita, who I know you got the second house Gemini sun. That looks beautiful. Oh, and I know your rising has progressed to Cancer or Gemini. So congrats, friend. Like, you about to make so much paper. Aligned with your true value, because that's what's expanded. All right. Your capacity to manifest has literally leveled up as well. And given that you embody the Midas touch, the King of God's Midas touch, is beautiful. Lee, thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for continuing to tune in. This is a W stream. The underlying theme we have for you. Yep, this is you. Look at that, chills. This is you, y'all. Y'all need to see her chart. She's literally the natural queen, Taurus rising, Jupiter on the rising, and then she has Venus, Mercury, Sun, Moon, Chiron, all at the end of Gemini in the second house. opposite Saturn and Uranus in Sag. Like you're legit. You were born on a new moon. You are the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Swords. Even your name, Bonita, right? Your sun is right next to Venus, the goddess of beauty. You literally have and are true beauty. You are Bonita. But why is this beautiful? Is this is you in this no nonsense expression. You feel me? Like this is you ready to reap everything you know you're worth, and to put yourself in that position to kind of not only step into it, but look at that, the King of Pentacles. So this is your Taurus rising. This is you monetizing. I love this. This is literally your Taurus rising in the second house Gemini. So you're commanding this facet of your finances. And we have the Ace of Wands too. This Jupiter and Cancer is activating this brand new spark of abundance and material, success for you. So I see this as both polarities. You are this Midas touch. You are this value. You have so much depth and value and principles, and you're going to really use your own expertise to create the world you want to create. I can't emphasize enough how badass your chart is. It's so awesome. Being born in 88, right before Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn entered Capricorn, to have that opposite your sun, like you're legit. You're the real deal. You're the real deal. It's rare I see, charts. Like, I highly recommend you get a natal chart reading from me or a consultation, because I'd love to speak with you. If you need a half off discount code, you can. By the way, guys, if you go to my website, I have marked down my prices a bit. So for those of you who are on the app, there are exclusive discounts to my hour consultation, right? But on my website, I have marked down my consults. So instead of 500 an hour, I'm 400 an hour. Instead of 250 for 30 minutes, it's 200 for 30 minutes. Okay. And then if you go to the recorded reports, instead of 100 for 15, it's just 50. The tower reports are just 40. All right. And then let's see. The 30-minute reports are just going to be 150 now instead of 200. I might even just change that to 100. But yeah, that being said, I still got the subscriptions as well. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Next, we're going to do Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Whew. Yes, Bonnie, I'm going to email you the discount code right now. Boom. All right. So, Lady Sharon, is there a link to your app? Yes. So for those of you who want to know how to access my app, okay. Mind you, allow people to say you're delusional who hallucinate their reality. All right. They're just taking their frustration out on you because you kind of break their false narratives. This is the link right here. So if you see the first link here, join my new app, supernatural.passion.io, will bring you to the app. As you can see, this is my application, y'all. These are the courses. I'm still working on 105. That's going to take a while, but the first 4 are done. All right. I got the Midheaven podcast, season 1 and 2. They're all available. You're able to access this even on a free account. Like, this is free. This is all the magic moon messages when I update Daily Asshole Tarot. For example, this monthly live exclusive tarot report. Boom. For those of you who want to catch the replay, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be May. Okay. Boom. For those of you who would like to catch the previous tribe reports we did, boom. You're going to be able to catch the replays here. And I have the ones I've done since before. I just haven't put thumbnails for them. I need to get a thumbnail team. If I had a gang of thumbnails, it'll be fire. Then we got Mercury done, Venus done. I haven't uploaded them yet, but Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, all these videos are being edited, and you're going to have access to them on the app before they're available on YouTube, because I'm going to schedule them on YouTube over weeks. Okay, so it'll take a while to see, but yeah. That being said, Sharon, thank you for asking. Epiphany coming through for you. Okay, so what do we have for you? Yes, son. So we do have the justice card that came with the Ace of Swords. Justice means the law is on your side. Litigation is on your side. Paperwork is on your side, especially the more on point you are with your filling out of it. You're getting on the same page as other people. You're making sure everything is fair, transparent, and in the side of righteousness, which is beautiful with the Two of Wands, because, of course, a lot of these decisions you're making, a lot of the vision and the choices you're taking advantage of are backed by solid legal backing. Okay. This is going to enable you to expand your ventures very beautifully, very powerfully. And look, we even have the Three of Wands. So this is you really seeing your vision on how you want to create this next step of your plans, and immediately put these plans into fruition, see these plans coming through, but with the proper paperwork and the proper backing. You have all, it's like you filed a judgment, the law has recognized it, and now you're going to all these organizations who are subject to this law, and they can't tell you no. It's like instead of disputing something, and it's like, oh, I'm going to sue you, and then they give you permission, you're already having the law confirm what you want, and then you go to these places like, oh, I already got this judgment on this. I already got this judgment on this. It just kind of clears the way for you. So this is beautiful, Sharon. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. It's just really kind of revisiting this sense of clear goal setting and moving in that right direction where is needed as well. All right. You guys stay blessed as always. We're going to resume on Thursday. Okay. And once we do, it'll be cool. And I'll see you guys then. And until then, peace. Cool.